Hey guys, welcome back to another Leetcode video. Today we're going to be looking at Leetcode 205 isomorphic strings. We're told that we're given two strings s and t, and we need to determine if they are isomorphic. And isomorphic means if the characters in s can be replaced to get t. So in this example, we've got the word egg and we've got the string add, and if we replace e with a and the two g's with dd, well then we know that they're both isomorphic. And in this example, we return false because the mappings are incorrect. So F is mapped to B, okay? O is mapped to A, which is fine. And then O is mapped to R when we know that O has just been mapped to A. So we return false. And then in this example, paper and title are isomorphic strings. So the key kind of intuitive solution that we need to take from this is we need to kind of map the characters from S to T, so the characters should be mapped to the same character. And if we find out that the character that's been previously mapped does not equal to the correct mapping, then we return false because we know now our strings are not isomorphic. So I think it will make more sense if we actually code the solution up in Python. So let's create two maps, map st, which is mapping strings of s to t, pretty self-explanatory, and map t to s, which is mapping strings characters t to s, to the characters in s. And now we're going to say for I in range of length of s, and we don't need to do any string comparisons or any length comparisons because we're told over here that the lengths are exactly the same. So that saves us a step. And we can say, what we can do here is set schar and tchar, two helper variables, equal to si and ti. This just abstracts things a little bit and makes it easier for us to do the core logic. Now we're going to say, well, if our schar is in our map st, well then we know that the character s has a mapping t. So if we say map st schar does not equal to tchar, well then we've got ourselves a bit of a problem because the character that we're at should be mapped to the exact same tchar, the exact same character at index in the t string. So in this case, we can return false. But of course, we need to make sure that we do it both ways. So if we have a mapping of character t to s, but they aren't the same. So let's just say if tchar is in map t to s and map t to s tchar does not equal to our schar. So in other words, if the character t is already mapped to a character s, but in this case the mapping is not correct, then we can return false. And over here at the bottom, if we don't return false, well then we can just carry on mapping the characters s to t. So we can say map st schar is going to be equal to tchar. I feel like I should have probably named these variables something else. It's a bit confusing, but we do the vice versa here. So map ts tchar to schar. And if we finish the for loop without returning false, then we can just return true. So that's one our code. Let's check everything works. We pass the sample test cases, and we pass all 46 of the submission test cases. So in terms of time complexity, since it's a linear single pass, time complexity is going to be O of n time complexity, and we are storing the mappings for both S to T and T to S, so this is going to be O of n space complexity as well. So O of n time complexity as well as big O of n space complexity. So I hope this video made sense, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.